Good morning and Jai, dear students. Welcome to the online class. Children, today we will complete the exercise of chemistry. That is chapter 19, pollution of water and air. Okay, so we have completed the explanation of this chapter, and today we will do the exercise of this chapter. So we will wind up this chapter today, and from the next chapter of chemistry, we will start with the language of chemistry. Okay, in language of chemistry, you have to study the balancing of chemical equation by hit and trial method. So that we will study from the next class. Today we will wind up this exercise of this chapter, that is chapter 19, pollution of water and air. Okay, children, I think we have discussed this oral question. Okay, so I'll again quickly uh, recap this oral question and then we'll move to the exercise part. Okay, so question number 1, it is at page number 266. So please open this page number 266, children. Oral questions. All right. So question number 1, what is the single most important cause of air pollution? So what is the single most important cause of air pollution, children? It is burning of fuels, right? Write down burning of fuels. It is the single most important cause of air pollution. Because of the burning of fuel, carbon monoxide is released. If it is incomplete combustion, if it is complete combustion also, then the excess amount of carbon dioxide is released. So basically, which is causing the air pollution. Question number 2, carbon dioxide is a pollutant. Do you agree with this statement? Explain. No, carbon dioxide is not a pollutant. But if it is in excess amount in the air, इतना ज़्यादा कि it may increase the temperature globally, then it is called pollutant. Only carbon dioxide in a limited amount is not a pollutant. Okay. Question number 3. Which two air pollutant can cause acid rain? Acid rain किसकी वजह से होता है? Yes, children. First of all, it is sulfur dioxide. So when sulfur dioxide is present in the atmosphere, it can react with water to form sulfuric acid, right? Which is acid rain. And next is oxides of nitrogen. So sulfur dioxide can cause acid rain, and oxides of nitrogen, either nitrous oxide or nitric oxide, anything, may cause acid rain. Getting it? So when they react with water, they can form acid rain. Question number 2. Which two factors caused by global warming can result in flooding of coastal areas in the future? So first is tidal waves and second is cyclone. So the strong wind can cause tidal waves and cyclone causes flood in the coastal areas. Okay, children, after this is the oral question. This you will do it in the book itself with the pencil. Your homework for today is you will write the new words. You will write today's date. You will mention the name of the chapter. You will write the new words in your fair notebook and you will also draw this concept map. All right. So new words and concept map needs to be there in your fair notebook of chemistry. Okay. Now, children, let's do the book exercise and then we will move to the uh, short answer question type 1, short answer question type 2 and long answer question. Okay, so let's start with it. Question number 1, which of these causes water pollution? A, sewage. B, industrial waste. C, fertilizers and pesticides. and D, all of these. So children, sewage जो कि गंदा पानी होता है, it also causes water pollution. Industrial waste, when it is dumped in the river, it causes water pollution. Fertilizers and pesticides, definitely when it is washed off or run off to the river or some water bodies, it causes water pollution. And children, if you remember, fertilizers and pesticides also causes eutrophication. Okay, so the correct answer is D, that is all of these. 2. Which of these processes cannot remove germs from the water? इनमें से कौन सा ऐसा प्रोसेस है जो जर्म्स को रिमूव नहीं कर सकता? बॉइलिंग, जब हम पानी को बॉयल करते हैं, सो इट बिकम्स प्योर, वो अच्छा पानी, साफ पानी हो जाता है. वाई? बिकॉज इट किल्स द जर्म्स. ओके, नेक्स्ट इज फिल्ट्रेशन थ्रू पोरस पॉट. सो दिस कैन नॉट रिमूव द जर्म. ये सिर्फ बड़े पार्टिकल्स, और अगर अगर उसमें पेबल्स हैं या कुछ सैंड कंटेंट है, तो ये पूरा स्पॉट उसको क्लियर कर सकता है, but not the germs. Okay, so this is the correct answer, that is B. Reverse osmosis, that is RO. Definitely this reverse osmosis can remove the germs. That is why we use RO these days as a for the purification of water. Exposure to UV light, that is ultraviolet light. Definitely ultraviolet light is used to kill the germs. It has so high um, intensity that it can kill the smallest germs also. Okay, so the correct answer here is B, that is filtration through porous pot, which cannot remove the germs from water. Third, which of these methods does not result in conservation of water? इसमें से ऐसा कौन सा मेथड है जिससे पानी कंजर्व नहीं हो सकता? फर्स्ट इज यूजिंग ड्रिप इरिगेशन. सो इफ यू रिमेंबर व्हाट इज ड्रिप इरिगेशन, हम पाइप यूज करते थे, पाइप से बीच बीच में होल कर देते हैं so that the water falls in the form of a droplet, okay, wherever it is required, and it can move directly to the spot points where the plants is planted or the crops are planted. Okay, water is not wasted here. So by drip irrigation we can conserve water. Recycling of water, definitely by recycling the water we can conserve the water. Third is cutting vegetation so that less water is lost by transpiration. So if we are cutting the vegetation, then transpiration process will take place. Okay, we cannot, or if we are doing so, अगर transpiration की process भी कम हो गई, then the water cycle will get hampered. Okay, so by cutting the vegetation we cannot conserve water. Okay, by planting more trees, yes, by planting more trees definitely we can conserve water, because when we will plant more trees, more transpiration process will take place, and what more transpiration will lead to the formation of cloud, and hence the water cycle will be formed. And also by planting more trees we can make the soil fertile, and the water can easily seep inside the soil. Okay, so planting of more trees is definitely a reason to conserve water. So the correct answer here is C, that is cutting vegetation so that less water is lost in transpiration. Fourth, which of the following is not a pollutant unless present in excess? Sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide. So definitely children, carbon dioxide, when it is present in limited amount, it is not a pollutant, but if it is present in excess, then it acts as a pollutant. Okay, so correct answer is B, that is very easy, that you already know. Question fifth. which of the following gases combines with blood and prevents it from carrying the oxygen? So it is, children, carbon monoxide. So carbon monoxide, when we inhale it, then it get mixed in the blood and it stops the flow of oxygen, which may lead to death. Okay, so correct answer is A, that is carbon monoxide. Sixth, which of these can cause acid rain? Carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide or nitrogen? कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड से नहीं होता, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड से नहीं होता, डेफिनेटली इट इज सल्फर डाइऑक्साइड, दैट इज SO2. So when this SO2 reacts with H2O, it forms a sulfuric acid, that is H2SO4, which is an acid. Okay, so when SO2 combines with water, it forms H2SO4, which is sulfuric acid. So definitely the sulfur dioxide causes acid rain. All right, so I hope you have done this. Choose the most appropriate answer. Let's come to B part, that is very short answer question. Give one word answer. You will write here with pencil, children. Question number 1. Water is a renewable resource. By which process is water recycled in nature? Definitely it is recycled by water cycle. So by water cycle, the water is again recycled in nature. Right, water cycle. Question 2. The substances that pollute water or air are called pollutants. So write down pollutants. 3. Sewage that is dash causes water pollution, that is untreated. अगर treated होगा तो वो साफ हो जाएगा ना, so that will not cause water pollution. So untreated sewage causes water pollution. 4th, hot water discharge into river from factories is also a pollutant. Yes, definitely it is a pollutant. Why? Because it will change the pH of water and various bacteria can grow because of this difference in the temperature of water and also because of the change in pH. Okay, so yes, true, the hot water discharge into river from factories is also a pollutant. 5th, give one word for enrichment of water of a lake or pond by nutrients that leads to excess plant growth. So here they are talking about the growth of algae, right, which takes place in the process of eutrophication. Write down EUTROPHICATION, eutrophication. So what is eutrophication, children? When the fertilizers and pesticides run off in the water, it the nutrient or the nutritive balance of the water changes and the algae starts to grow in the water, all right, which consumes a lot of oxygen from the water and also from the atmosphere. Okay, which leads to the water pollution and also leads to the growth of various bacteria and kills the water animal or aquatic animal. Okay, which is called eutrophication. Question 6. Can you safely drink potable water? Yes, definitely we can drink potable waters. That is why they are called potable waters. Okay. 7th, name the kind of light that can kill germs. So UV light can kill germs. You will write ultraviolet, write down ultraviolet light. Okay, that is UV light. Done. Question 8. Using less water and preventing water from getting polluted is called dash of water. It's called conservation of water. What it is called, children? It is called conservation of water. Question 9. Which polluting gas prevents the blood from carrying oxygen? It is again carbon monoxide. You will write completely, okay? Carbon monoxide. Question 10. Carbon dioxide is the only greenhouse gas. True or false? False. There are several greenhouse gases like methane, nitrous oxide, CFCs. They are also greenhouse gases. 11th. Chlorofluorocarbons damage the dash layer in the atmosphere. Which layer? Ozone layer in the atmosphere. Right? Ozone layer in the atmosphere. 12. What is rain mixed with sulfuric acid or nitric acid called? It is called acid rain. What it is called, children? It is called acid rain. 13th. Which compound added to petrol to prevent engines from knocking causes pollution of air? Which compound, children? It is lead. Lead, lead. 14th. Name one fuel that causes very little pollution. That is CNG. So compressed natural gas causes very little pollution and it is fuel. Okay. So that was about very short answer question and choose the most appropriate answer. Now let's move to the short answer question type 1 and type 2. Okay, I hope you have done this. So let's quickly go to the short answer question type 1 and type 2. So children, all the answers are written here. You can go through the answer and you can write it in the book. So I have already shared it in the app. So you can go through that. Okay, short answer question type 1. So children, this you will write in your fair notebook and I want to see everybody's notebook complete. Okay. Question number 1. What harm can dumping of untreated sewage into a river cause? अगर हम untreated sewage को river में dump कर दें तो उससे क्या होगा? So the answer is when we are dumping the untreated sewage, अगर हम untreated sewage को river में dump कर दें तो डेफिनेटली बहुत सारे बैक्टीरियाज ग्रो करेंगे, वायरस ग्रो करेंगे, फंजाइज ग्रो करेंगे and also certain mosquitoes will grow. And when these waters are consumed, it may cause several diseases like diarrhea, dysentery, cholera, typhoid, jaundice. Okay, so that is why we should not throw the untreated sewage in the river. So let's see what is written in the chapter, in the answer. Untreated sewage from homes is often disposed of into river. These wastes contain many harmful microorganisms, bacteria, virus, fungi, and parasites that cause diseases such as diarrhea, dysentery, cholera, typhoid, and jaundice. Okay? क्योंकि उसमें बहुत सारे बैक्टीरियाज होते हैं, इसकी वजह से ये सारी डिजीजेस हो सकती हैं. Now, question number 2. Why is hot water discharge into rivers also considered as a cause of water pollution? And children, this question is very important. So, why? Because the temperature of the wastewater from the factories that is discharged into river is often higher than the temperature of the river water. तो पानी के temperature की variation हो जाता है, which causes adverse effect on aquatic plants and animal, and they may even die. So that is why the hot water is also considered as pollutant. Question number 3. If water is filtered, it becomes free of all the suspended impurities and hence potable. Do you agree? Give reason. No, definitely not. If it is free from suspended impurities, it does not mean that water is potable. Why? Because it may contain germ, right? Germs are not killed. When we will filter it, the germs are not getting killed. So it is not potable. It is not fit for drinking. So let's see what is written. So I don't agree with the statement that filtered water is potable because only solid impurities are filtered. It may still have germs in it and hence not potable. So because it will contain germs and germs are not killed yet by filtration, so it is not potable. Question 4. Suggest two methods by which water can be made potable at home. So there are several methods. First is boiling, second is by ultraviolet light. ठीक है, कोई भी प्यूरिफायर हम यूवी लाइट के साथ यूज करते हैं, which may also kill the germs and can make water potable. Okay, there are other methods also through which the water can be made potable. Question 5. What are the main causes of water pollution? There are several causes of water pollution. That is sewage. If we are dumping or disposing of the sewage in the river, it is a main cause of the water pollution. Then the industrial waste are generally dumped in the river. That is the cause of water pollution. And fertilizers and pesticides are definitely the cause of water pollution when they are run off in the river. It changes the nutritive balance of the water, which again grows the algae and causes eutrophication. So these are the three main causes of water pollution. Question number 6. The use of CNG instead of diesel is being encouraged these days in the vehicles. Why? Definitely because when diesel is burnt, it releases certain harmful gases like carbon monoxide. But CNG, because it is a natural gas, it is a compressed natural gas, it releases very less amount of a pollutant, not more. So CNG, that is compressed natural gas, reduces the emission of carbon particles and harmful gases such as carbon monoxide. And burning of diesel releases carbon monoxide. Okay, so it has now become compulsory for all commercial vehicles in Delhi to use CNG. This has reduced the pollution in the city. Okay, so this is question number 6. Now come to question number 7. What is the function of catalytic converter? So children, generally in today's automobiles, catalytic converter is used, which converts the harmful gases like carbon monoxide into the less harmful, that is carbon dioxide. Okay. So to prevent vehicular pollution, new cars are fitted with a special system called catalytic converter. It can change harmful exhaust gases like carbon monoxide and nitrogen dioxide into harmless carbon dioxide and nitrogen and water. Getting it? ये क्या करेगा, कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड को कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड में कन्वर्ट कर देगा, क्योंकि कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड ज्यादा हार्मफुल है, ठीक है। और नाइट्रोजन डाइऑक्साइड को इट विल कन्वर्ट इनटू नाइट्रोजन प्लस वाटर, which is again less harmful. Okay, so this is the function of catalytic converter, which is nowadays generally used in vehicles. Okay, question number 8, name 3 greenhouse gases. There are several greenhouse gases, that is carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide. We also have CFCs, that is chlorofluorocarbon. They are also a greenhouse gases. So carbon dioxide, methane and nitrous oxide is a greenhouse gas. Question 9. What should be done to reduce water pollution due to sewage and industrial waste? It should be treated. So if we are treating the sewage from the factories and from the waste before disposing it off, then we can definitely can control the water pollution. Okay, so treating sewage and factory waste before disposing them off so that the water source are not polluted. Okay, so these are the short answer question type 1. Let's come to the short answer question type 2. Question number 1. Rivers have always been used to dump waste. How is it that pollution of river is becoming more alarming now than it was earlier? Children, पहले भी river में ही waste लोग dump करते थे, but now it has become more like this topic is so burning these days कि now it is discussed so much कि water is getting polluted and don't dump off or don't dispose of the waste in the water, something like that. Okay, so what is the reason behind it? The only reason behind is the population, because drastically the population is increasing, right? And with the increase in population, the number of industries are also increasing and the amount of waste is also increasing. And the amount of waste that used to be dumped earlier is 10 times more that is now dumped. Okay, that is why it has become more alarming these days than before. So with an ever increasing human population and an increasing number of industries, amount of waste which goes into the water is very high. Therefore, the natural process of decay of waste cannot cope with the amount of waste disposed and dumped. Clear? Question number 2. What are the causes and effect of eutrophication? This is very important question, children. So again, what is the main cause of eutrophication? That is excessive runoff of fertilizers and pesticides in the water or river. जब बहुत ज़्यादा excessive runoff fertilizers पेस्टिसाइड्स होता है तो उसका न्यूट्रिएंटिव बैलेंस डिस्टर्ब्ड हो जाता है, which may result to the depletion of oxygen in the water and causes eutrophication, which adversely affects the plant and animal. Getting it? So I have explained you eutrophication many times, so I'm not going into it again. Give 4 methods of conserving water. How we can conserve water. So there are several methods of conserving water. First is by using less water and avoiding the wastage at home. कम पानी यूज करिए, जितना जरूरत है उतना यूज करिए. Don't waste water. Using better methods of irrigation, like we can use drip irrigation method. Right? You know what is drip irrigation method? In drip irrigation method, we use a pipe, we put a hole, and a drop of water is released rather than just throwing the pipe and creating a water logging. So we can use a drip irrigation method. Recycling of water in factories and using it several times before it is disposed of. This also we can use. This also we can even use at home. कि जब जो भी पानी हम रिसाइकिल कर सकते हैं उसको हमें रिसाइकिल कर लेना चाहिए और यूज कर लेना चाहिए. Then treating the sewage and factory waste before disposing them off. Water harvesting, that is rain harvesting, is very essential. Okay, so that was the method to conserve water. Question 4. What is SPM? What harm does SPM pollution cause? SPM का full form क्या है बेटा? It is suspended particulate matter. Right. So क्या होता है ये suspended particulate matters? So they are minute solid particles that are suspended in air, and when it is inhaled, okay, it can block the lungs and cause various damage. Okay. The examples we have is unburnt carbon particles released from the exhaust also and from the burning of fuel. Fine particles from the cement are the examples of SPM. The finer of these particles cannot be filtered by the hair or the nose and may cause several lung diseases. And in plants, it also affects the photosynthesis process. Okay. So children, these are the short answer questions type 2. Okay. There are few more questions that we have already discussed many a times in the class. Okay, and we also have few long answer questions. So you will do these exercise completely, and we also have this HOTS question. So all the exercises are here. Okay, so please do complete these exercise in your fair notebook, and children, now please do complete all the work, those who have not completed yet. Okay, so complete your work, complete this chemistry work. We have done this chapter, we have finished this chapter completely. We are left with the language of chemistry and few activities, so that we will do in the next class. Okay, so that's all for today's class. Thank you and Jai Hind children.